think I do.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease a Hyundai Ioniq 5 for only $159 a month or get 0% APR for 72 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
Good morning. I'm Eric Spillman for Frank Buckley. One of former President Trump's advisors turned critic has his home raided by FBI agents this morning. We're live from Washington with the latest.
And good morning, I'm Annie Rose Ramos. Eric Menendez denied parole after a years-long fight for his release. What does that mean in terms of a decision for his brother, Lyle Menendez, whose case is set to be heard by the parole board starting today? We'll bring you the details of both hearings coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the South Bay. I am here at Earth Cafe. Hey, that rhymed. It is hot out there, so cool down with KTLA. We have a very special deal for you. If you come here and mention KTLA, I'll explain coming up. And this date smoothie here, attention to details over here. I have a nurse waiting for her smoothie coming up. We'll explain. And I have new friends. Hi, gentlemen. Woo!
That date smoothie looks very good, Megan. Good morning. I'm Jessica Holmes. A new list breaking down the most difficult restaurants to get a reservation at, and one of them happens to be in California.
Look forward to that. Hey there, everybody. Good morning. I'm Melvin Robert. One step at a time. This Friday morning, I'm trying to breathe out here with no air because Jordan Sparks is in the house. But before we hit that, some new music for all of you. So we're so excited for that. We'll see you in just a little bit.
We pretty well started off the week with this forecast, and it still continues all the way through the end of the week and the beginning of the weekend. Clear skies, hot temperatures, extreme heat warning, extreme heat advisory continuing all the way across Southern California, except, of course, along the beach. But look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful shot coming in from Laguna Beach. Gorgeous start to the day. Coast 80, downtown Los Angeles 97. San Fernando Valley 107, 107 in the high desert, Inland Empire 105, Orange County Inland 93 degrees. Ginger with traffic.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same about your drive. I mean, there are some okay spots. We'll take okay when it comes to the traffic. Right now, your plans take you onto the harbor stretch of the 110 freeway. It does carry different monikers, right? But this time, right at about Gage Avenue, we know that there's a wreck that's sitting in lanes. It is really challenging here. So, I mean, if you want, you got Broadway, Central, Avalon. Those run to the east. And now that USC, the move-in day is done with, it was over a course of 2 days. Hopefully, we're not seeing delays from that. And we know that through downtown, there was something earlier, right? Westbound side of the 110, you got Western, Normandy, Hoover, lots of options, okay? This is the 101 southbound side at Alameda, heading into the heart of where Union Station is, right? Just a stall that's been reported in the right lane. So things are going to start to load up here. And then tracking your drive, 405 northbound side of Brookhurst Street, I believe that crash sounds like it's sitting in the fast track lanes. And so sometimes it's a little bit challenging to get out of those lanes once you're in them. So get ready for some delays here as well. We'll watch all these things for your drive on this Friday. We made it to Friday. I'll send it back to you, Jess and Eric.
Ginger, thank you. The California Parole Board has rejected Eric Menendez's bid for release. Today, his brother Lyle will also face that board. He's hoping to gain his freedom after spending more than 3 decades behind bars for the murder of his parents. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos is live in our newsroom with the details. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hi, Eric. Good morning. Well, after a 10-hour-long virtual hearing yesterday, the parole board found Eric Menendez continues to pose a risk to public safety if released.
They talked about the fact that he was involved in a tax fraud scheme, a gang membership, violence, drug use, misuse of state computers, and inappropriate contact with visitors.
From a room at the Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego, Eric Menendez was denied parole. The commissioner of the parole board saying Eric's continued criminal behavior was what led to his denial, citing fights with other inmates, possession of illicit cell phones, drug and alcohol use, and involvement in a tax fraud scheme in association with a prison gang. Commissioner Robert Barton saying at one point, quote, "Contrary to your supporters' beliefs, you have not been a model prisoner, and frankly, we find that a little disturbing." Focusing in on Eric's use of cell phones, repeated use of cell phones, saying it was a sign he believes the rules don't apply to him. Eric telling the board he paid at one point $1,000 for a cell phone, adding, quote, "I really became addicted to the phones. You're doing life without parole. This is not really harming anyone." Eric Menendez maintained he was a victim suffering sexual abuse at the hands of his father, Jose Menendez. But the commissioner said at the time of the murders, Eric was already 18 years old and could have legally left and stayed with relatives. Instead, says LA's district attorney, the brothers carried out an execution-style murder of their parents.
This was not self-defense. This was basically premeditated, willful, deliberate, brutal murder, where they shot the dad through the back of the head. They shot the mom at point-blank range after she was bleeding on the ground.
The board saying the killing of Eric's mother, Kitty Menendez, showed a lack of empathy, asking Eric why him and his brother felt they needed to kill her in addition to their father. Eric described feeling betrayed when he learned she knew about the abuse for years, saying, quote, "I saw my mother and my father as one person after I learned that she knew. So when I was running into the den, I was in a state of terror, of panic, of rage." 18 family members presented emotional pleas during yesterday's hearing that ultimately were not enough. Their cousin called yesterday's decision disappointing.
California is very, very rigorous in their standards. Not many people get out on parole on their first try. So it wasn't entirely a surprise, but it is still very, very disappointing.
Next up for the parole board hearing is Lyle Menendez today. He has also had multiple prison violations like his brother. But will those violations prevent him from being granted parole? Here's what KTLA's legal analyst has to say about it.
Now, it's been reported that Lyle had more violations during his time that he's been in prison than Eric, but were they as serious? Were they the ones that where you were smuggling in drugs or you were involved in violence? That's what they're going to focus on. So this cannot be a predictor of what will happen to Lyle Menendez. We may get a very different outcome.
Eric, Jess, Lyle's hearing is in front of a completely separate parole board panel today than the panel Eric sat in front of yesterday. That hearing set to start at around 8:30 a.m. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Annie Rose, thank you for that this morning. San Bernardino County is a step closer to banning camping on public sidewalks. On Tuesday, the board adopted a measure that will impose fines. The first offense is $100 and $200 for the second. The fines can go as high as $500. In addition to a ban on camping, it also restricts storing or using personal property on county sidewalks. The ordinance is in response to Governor Gavin Newsom's executive order last year banning sidewalk camping. Supervisors will meet again September 9th to take a second vote. The ordinance will go into effect 30 days later.
An update now on the Palm Springs fertility clinic that was bombed back in May. The American Reproductive Centers have just announced its first successful pregnancy since reopening in late July. This is one of 5 embryo transfers. The results of 4 others are still unknown. The building and others near it suffered as much as $12 million in damage following the bombing. 4 people were hurt. The suspect was killed. Authorities called the attack an act of domestic terrorism.
As our heat wave continues to bake Southern California, there is an increased risk of power outages. This was the scene yesterday morning in Camarillo. At one point, SoCal Edison said 25,000 customers lost power in the city, and the heat is increasing the risk, of course, of brush fires. A small fire broke out yesterday in the Sepulveda Basin. And this extreme heat will stick around today, and what better way to cool down than with a refreshing drink?
KTLA's Megan Tellis has been keeping cool and making friends in Hawthorne this morning. Hi, Megan.
Yes, we need fans out here, but I would say there is a fire going because nothing sets the ambiance like a nice fireplace going. And the ambiance is really nice. Isn't that right, gentlemen? Yeah. The ambiance is great. My guy Sam over here, it's great. You guys come here all the time. This is your place. You mentioned the coffee is really good. You mentioned what? You like coming here, why?
Pastry.
Pastry?
We love it.
And you like because it's open?
It's open, a really nice place to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
You guys are a lively bunch. My producer Claudine goes, oh, how is it out there? I'm like, I have a nice table of lovely gentlemen. The energy is good. Are you retired?
I'm retired.
Yeah? How often do you guys come and meet here?
Every day.
Every day? Sir, oh my gosh, what pastry do you have here?
This is almond croissant.
Oh, looks But okay, Sam.
Look at this.
Okay, pull out the fork, take a bite for us. Come on, we need to see it. And then we need to give away some drinks because that's what we're doing here today. Oh, God.
Okay.
Is this how you stay cool?
Oh, yes, all the time.
Okay, here we go. Sam, going in. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Under pressure, under pressure. Yeah. That was good. See, I told you.
Wow, so good. It's actually really good. Come here. Look at him. Sam, you're naughty. We have drinks here. My nurse over there, is she still here? Oh, I think she went to the bathroom. But she's getting ready to go to work and she wanted a fig smoothie. Is this something you guys are known for?
Yeah, we are. This is one our date smoothie. This is really good. It has oatmeal, peanut butter, banana, and dates.
And then what's this colorful?
This is our new drink. It's called Aloha Matcha. So it's gonna be spirulina, strawberry sauce, and Wasuka matcha. Wasuka matcha is a premium matcha.
I cannot wait to do that or to try that. And then it's strawberry?
Strawberry lemonade. We use a strawberry sauce.
Okay, can you pick this up for me? So I have one hand. Let's go do some delivering. Now here's the thing. We'll make it over here. You guys have all the coffee. My guys have all the coffee they need. We have a firefighter over here. And sir, who do you watch every morning?